When was the last time God surprised you? The Bible is full of times when God did something surprising, and the stories surrounding the birth of Jesus are no exception to that. In the opening chapter of the Gospel of Luke, we meet two very different people who are about to play key roles in God's plan. First is Zechariah the priest. He served his priestly terms faithfully all his life, but despite his and his wife's commitment to the Lord, they just can't help but feel like something's missing in their lives. You see, for years they've been praying for a child. And for years that prayer has gone unanswered until one day something surprising and extraordinary happens. The angel Gabriel appears to Zechariah and tells him God's plan for he and his wife to have a child. Next is Mary the teenager, who is excitedly awaiting her marriage to Joseph, an honorable young man. Mary was probably, like a lot of other Jewish girls her age, expecting to get married and raise a family. Was she expecting to see the Messiah in her lifetime? Well, maybe, maybe not. But she probably wasn't expecting to play such a vital role in the Messiah's coming. But you know what happened? Something surprising and extraordinary happened. The angel Gabriel appeared to Mary and told her God's plan for her to have a child. These two children of Israel, Zechariah the priest and Mary the young girl, are from very different backgrounds. One is a respected priest, the other is a teenager from nowhere. But the differences in their responses to God's promises make a difference, even for us today. God promised Zechariah an old man and his wife, whom Zechariah politely describes as advanced in years. God promised them that they would have a baby. But to Zechariah, this seemed unlikely, and so, at least for a moment, I think it's implied, he doubted. But as a priest, he should have remembered Israel's foundational stories when God granted the elderly Abraham and Sarah their own baby. But Mary, on the other hand, what God promised her seemed impossible for obvious reasons. She was a virgin. But despite what seemed impossible, she believed God's surprising promise and ended up playing a vital and necessary role in God's plan to redeem all of humanity. So this week, let me encourage you to do this. Pray the impossible thing. To be open to letting God do something that seems impossible through you. And who knows? Who knows how God will use you to bless someone else?